Hey everyone, Horizon here.
And Liz.
The world makes some amount of sense. The Patriots ultimately blow out the Bengals 34-13. Score's misleading because the first half they were terrible. They were good in the second half, but whoop-de-doo.
The defense definitely carried the team today.
Yeah, in the second half. First half they were shaky.
Yeah, but they turned that around real quick.
I mean, they won this game 34-13 with Brady throwing 128 yards, okay? That tells you something.
I mean, they had 5 turnovers, so
yeah,
if that says anything, and a pick 6.
Yeah, including pick 6, but 4 interceptions and a fumble from the muck punt. So, first quarter, first drive, they run well. You get the sweep run by Harry, touchdown on the screen to White. The Bengals actually adjusted in this game. They started doubling the running backs earlier on after this first drive. I don't know, I guess they didn't want to double Edelman all the times, but then they kind of moved away from it, seemed like, towards the end of the game, which was weird. But whatever. I guess the game was basically over anyway. Anyway, then the Bengals run all over the Patriots, which is great, and then they give up a touchdown to Carter.
Whoever that is.
Carter's a blocking tight end, okay? He literally hadn't caught a pass all year. And Jones, who has been awful the past couple of weeks, can't cover a blocking tight end.
He just sat there.
A blocking tight end. That's like giving up a touchdown to Dwayne Allen when he just started blocking for the Patriots.
Yeah, pretty bad.
And there was a guy that did that, too. He gave up a touchdown to Dwayne Allen. Like, that's inexcusable. The guy's a terrible receiver. Good blocker, but terrible receiver. Anyway, it's 7-7 because of that. Because of a touchdown to a blocking tight end. Jesus. Anyway, Bengals, the Patriots, I guess they do nothing after that. Yeah, probably. Yeah, they go 3 and out. The Bengals waste a timeout, actually, on a 3rd and 8, which is weird. But anyway, the Bengals march down the field again. Somehow they get held to a field goal, which it didn't look good. But they got 10-7 Bengals. Yeah, the Bengals were leading in this freaking game. Oh my God, this makes no goddamn sense. Second quarter, Harry makes a ridiculous catch that's ruined by Edelman not forgetting how to play football. He was terrible today, by the way.
They should have just...
You can't bench him. You have to have him play.
But he was awful.
I know he's awful today, but it doesn't matter. Like, he's the only guy that's any good. If you don't have him, then you'll have triple, quadruple coverage on James White. I mean, you will. And you're really screwed. So you've got to have Edelman play no matter what. Fortunately, Harry made another good catch on that first down. Another first down. So he essentially got it twice. Actually, no, it was a reverse. Yeah, they ran the second reverse again with Harry, and he got the first. So 4th and 4 play. They have to go for it. Sanu drops it because that's all he ever does. Look, as far as Sanu is concerned, they should consider cutting him. They should consider either severely minimizing his role to pure punt returner or only use him in trick plays because the guy is terrible. He may be the worst receiver in the NFL. I mean, he's one of the worst. He's certainly the worst number 2 option in the league, by far. He keeps dropping balls that hit him on the hands, and he's not just making the team. He's not just not helping the team. He's making the team worse and actively hurting the team. He actually fumbled it to some point in this game, and they got lucky because that could have turned the whole game around.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, fortunately, the Bengals are stupid enough to run on out of shotgun on 4th and 1. Why do teams do this? What if it's 4th and inches? You have a 6-foot-plus quarterback. It's 4th and literally less than a yard. Why do you go into shotgun and run the ball? I've seen the Patriots do it too. Like, why? Just at least hand the ball off from behind center if you're not going to sneak it. It's just, I mean, it's like doing a toss on a 4th and 1. Why? You're making it harder because you have to get more yards when you do that, in effect, because you're running from further back behind the line. So it's a turnover on downs because the Bengals are dumb. Patriots get nothing out of it. They actually should have gotten... I think that was later, actually. Sanu dropped a touchdown, of course, at some point in this game. But anyway, they get a field goal out of this drive. It's 10-10. The Bengals go 3 and out. It's a terrible punt, but the Patriots punt. Fortunately, it's muffed. Patriots recover. Slater was actually blocked into the punter, so good job, Bengals. Making it harder for your guy to catch the punt by blocking a Patriot into him. That's brilliant. So anyway, Brady hits Sanu. He misses him by a couple of inches. The guy sucks at running routes anyway, but he doesn't catch it. It's probably more on Brady for that throw, but then Brady gets sacked. Actually, the first play was a screen to, I think this was the screen to Michelle that he dropped or whatever. But whatever, they kick a field goal. It's 13-10 Patriots. Bengals get the ball at halftime. I actually forgot that the Bengals deferred, because I remember the Bengals won the toss. They deferred. But anyway, Gilmore gets this ridiculous one-handed pick, and then they get this really funny play where Brady is screaming, "Jules, you got to go quick!" as he's in motion, running to the left and then to the right, and the entire Bengals team followed Edelman. I knew they weren't giving Edelman the ball, and so they actually handed it off, or did it like a toss to White to the other side, to the left side, away from Edelman, and the whole Bengals went the wrong way. So it's all for show. It's just gamesmanship. It's clever. Then there's a good screen by Michelle. He actually caught a screen. It's a miracle.
For him it is.
Then Harry gets the ridiculous touchdown. Everything he catches is insane, so I don't know why they don't throw it to him more. It's 2010 Patriots. It's good kickoff coverage. And then there's the pick six by Gilmore. Gilmore baited Dalton. It was probably against what?
I don't know who.
Boyd, I think his name is.
I don't know.
But whatever. It's a pick six. Gilmore scores. It's 27-10. They made all the extra points and field goals in this game, so that's good.
Yeah, Polk had a good game.
Bengals punt. Shell has his fumble that he recovers himself. They got lucky. It could have been bad. But then J.C. Jackson gets the pick. Was it really a pick? I don't know. It was ruled as a pick on the field. It looks like his hand hits the exact same time as his knee. So at that point, what the hell do you do?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The call stood.
You gotta go with the call on the field at that point. It's one of the few times where no matter how many times you replay it, you're never gonna know. So, yep, you uphold the call, which is the right thing to do. Had he been ruled out of bounds initially, he should have kept it that way. But so he gets the interception. That's basically the end of the third quarter. It's the fourth quarter. You got the 4th and 4. The Patriots punt. Of course they do. It's a 4th and 4 for Cincy. They convert it, but then they get to a 4th and 15. Kick a field goal. It's good. 27-13 Patriots. Do the onside kick. It's pretty much the most pathetic onside kick I've ever seen that's not completely whiffed.
It went what?
It went 5 yards.
If that.
It had an excellent spin. It spun for about
a while.
30 seconds.
But that was about it. That was good about it.
It's really funny is the Patriots barely moved. They walked up a little bit and then just, okay.
Fine, just let it spin.
Let it spin. Edelman was laughing his ass off at it. I've never seen an onside kick that bad that wasn't just really horrible.
I think the guy kicked the ball with his big toe.
Well, they had it flat on the ground. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to spin it. Maybe a Patriot touches it, and because it's spinning, he can't hold it, and he
barely
flips it there.
He didn't kick it with enough.
I know. You have to kick it harder than that because you got to kick it to the 10-yard line.
He didn't kick it hard enough,
or at least close to the 10-yard line, so you can entice somebody on the Patriots to touch it. I've seen worse onside kicks, but those onside kicks are it goes half an inch
that happens
when they whiff it. But this was the worst one I've seen that wasn't just a total whiff. Anyway, Sanu gets a good slant catch that he decides to fumble because he sucks. Luckily, there's 3 penalties on the play, but all against the Bengals. One was, I think, a blindside block on the return, so that's obviously declined because we're not going to give him the damn ball. Then there was a defensive holding that they declined and then hands to the face that they accepted. And the hands in the face was pretty blatant, so it's definitely the right call. But yeah, I don't know what Sanu's doing. Even when he catches the damn ball, he sucks. So I don't know. But then Burkhead gets a handoff and scores after juking a guy out of his damn shoes.
It's pretty funny.
It's 34-13 Patriots. And then not really much else happens. The Bengals punt, the Patriots punt. J.C. Jackson gets another good pick. And then the Pats run the ball out. Burkhead actually gets an amazing third down run to just barely get the first, and then they kneel it out. 34-13. Look over some of the stats. Andy Dalton was, I think, god-awful. 17-31, 151, a touchdown, 4 picks. Oh, man, he was bad.
He's going to wind up somewhere next year, that's for sure.
Yeah, some team will overpay him. I don't know, the Broncos, Jaguars, Jets. I mean, who knows? One of those teams is going to way overpay him.
Yeah.
But I never liked Andy Dalton. He was terrible today. Especially that Gilmore pick. That was inexcusable. The second one. The first one was just a ridiculously good pick by Gilmore. The second one, like, dude, he's obviously baiting you. You can't throw that ball.
He'll wind up somewhere.
Pretty much the one bright spot for the Bengals, Joe Mixon, 25 carries, 136 yards. A little misleading because most of that was in the first half, but still a solid game. 5.4 average, yeah. Giovanni also had 5.4 average, but he only got 5 carries. This is a small sample size. None of the receivers for the Bengals were any good. Yeah, none of them were. So, of course, neither were the Patriots. So, Brady was terrible in this game. He was 15-29, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns. He wasn't terrible. He was mediocre. No picks. Michelle was great. 19 carries, 89 yards, and 4.7 average. He was an excellent game. Burkhead was even better. Off of 6 carries, got 53 yards, a touchdown, over 8 yards a carry. He was great. And Harry was great running the ball off of the 2 reverses he did. And, yeah, White was their best receiver, which...
No surprise
there, but still wasn't very good. Harry, I think, had a good game, even though he only got 2 catches. They were tough catches. Should have had 3. Thanks, Edelman. But, you know, Edelman was terrible. He was targeted 9 times, only caught 2. He was awful. So, they got a lot to work on still. They've got to figure out a way to get this offense going without Edelman, period. And either Sanu has got to start playing better, or they've got to use Harry a lot more. And hope to God that he develops, because I think he's going to be the key to this offense, Harry.
I do too.
I mean, the thing is, he's not going to create separation, but you got to get him in one-on-one matchups, and you got to throw him jump balls, and then hope to God he catches them, and then hope to God he doesn't get hurt.
He had a good showing today.
That's all you can do, because he's by far your most talented receiver, not named Julian Edelman. So
he had a good game today, so we'll see what they do.
So ultimately, I hope they continue to use him. And Sanu, he can go into the damn doghouse. Frankly, I'm getting really tired of him. The only thing that'll be good with him is when they eventually pull out, probably in the playoffs,
a double pass
with Sanu to Edelman or Sanu to Brady or something like that, and because he can do that. And the whole defense was good outside of the first quarter. The first couple of drives, they were shaky. After that, they were excellent. But how far they go in the playoffs depends on the defense, really, and special teams. And the offense has to be mediocre. And if they can do that, they got a chance. So
it's a long stretch, though.
Well, they're going to have to go through Kansas City, and hopefully they'll avoid Baltimore. Baltimore might lose the first game in the playoffs. I don't know. I mean, my guess is when we get to the playoffs, Baltimore's going to see 7 defensive backs.
Hopefully.
Because at that point it's a 1-game elimination, so you might as well do what worked last year against them. And hopefully, the best case scenario is the Baltimore Ravens get knocked out, we beat Kansas City, and then you get the home championship game, but who knows.
So next up is the Bills, Saturday afternoon.
Unfortunately.
So we're at home, so they should beat them, but the Bills are playing pretty good. So they play tonight against the Steelers, so we'll see who winds up winning that matchup.
Both those teams are in must-win situations, so
we'll see what happens.
I think the Steelers are going to win that game, but I think it'll be really damn close. Of course, Allen collapsed the past week, so as always, he's just inconsistent. And then they finish up with at home against the
Dolphins,
who
they should beat.
So they should win out. They should get the second seed, get the bye, and maybe they can beat Baltimore on the road, or maybe they'll avoid Baltimore. Who knows? I mean,
nothing's set yet.
If you make it, you got a chance. So we'll see. And Brady needs one more touchdown to tie Peyton. But Brees is going to pass Brady tonight anyway, so not really matter.
All right, I think we've been talking for long enough.
Whatever. So whatever. It was a good second half, terrible first half. Hopefully they'll get better starts next time. So this is Ryzen.
And Liz.
Thanks for watching. Take care.